Good morning, year one. I hope you enjoyed the quiz yesterday, and the answers are going to be with you later on when we're on our Teams meeting. Anyway, back to what we were doing yesterday, which was looking at the word and as a joining word to join sentences together, to join two sentences together and make it into one better sentence. Or you can also use it to join single words together. That's what we're going to be looking at now. A little bit more practice. Practice makes perfect, doesn't it? So listen to this little video I'm about to show you, okay? And then we'll go through some examples together.
Words on their own can be used as labels. Words can be joined together using and. Words can also be combined to make a sentence. Snow White cleaned the cottage. Two sentences or ideas can be joined together with the word and. Here.
So we have two sentences here, just like the two sentences we had about Noah's mum yesterday, Leah. But we have here two sentences. Let me read them for you. Snow White cleaned the cottage. One sentence, one idea. The woodland creatures helped her. Another idea. So let's see how we can combine those sentences into one longer sentence.
Here are two sentences. Snow White cleaned the cottage. The woodland creatures helped her. Let's join them with and. The sentence only happens.
Okay. Now, because we put that and in there, that and is replacing this full stop. So we're getting rid of that full stop. We're not going to have two full stops anymore because we're not going to have two sentences. We're only going to have one sentence, which means we only need one full stop. But as we're going to go through in a minute, there's something else we need to do. We also need to change this capital letter to a lowercase, just to a normal T, because it is no longer at the beginning of a sentence. It is now in the middle of a sentence. So let's do that.
As one full stop at the very end, and we no longer need this capital T. Here is our new sentence. Snow White cleaned the cottage, and the woodland creatures helped her. Now, it's time to help Snow White use the word and. Snow White is in the woodland cottage. By dragging the words, help her to pair the objects together by using and correctly.
Okay, so year one, this is a nice little simple activity. I'll do the first one and then you can join in at home on a whiteboard or something. Maybe pause the video and go and grab something to write on. Nice and easy. So we're putting the pairs of things together. So here we have some salt and pepper. I don't know if you can see that. There's an S and a P. So we have salt and the partner of salt, usually pepper. You can join in with the next ones, okay?
Good.
Okay. Have a read of those words. Actually play them for you.
Dustpan, brush, and.
See if you can put those in a pair. I don't even know why I'm saying see if you can, because I know you can. So we have, and they could be dustpan and brush, or brush and dustpan. Both of them would work because the and is the joining word in the middle. Okay. Next one. Okay. Have a read of those words yourself. I'm not going to play them this time. And then write them down. Give you a bit of time. You're usually really quick in phonics, so I imagine you're doing it very quickly now. So we have soap and water, or the other way around, water and soap.
Great! Choose the arrow that shows where and should be used in the sentence. The Queen hated Snow White, sent her into the forest.
Okay. So when you're trying to work out where the and would go for questions like this, you need to think, what are the two different ideas in the sentence? The Queen hated Snow White, sent her into the forest. Well, the first idea is about the Queen hating Snow White, so you can imagine that is a sentence on its own. The Queen hated Snow White. And the second idea is about sending her into the forest. So the Queen hated Snow White and sent her into the forest. So that "and" will go here. And you could try it a couple of different places, but when you read the sentence, it will not make sense. I'll read an example. The Queen and hated Snow White, sent her into the forest. Doesn't sound right, does it? So we're going to go for that middle one.
Great.
Then we can move on to question 5.
The Queen hated Snow White and sent her into the forest. The huntsman left Snow White in the forest. He hurried back to the castle.
So, have a little think there. What do you think? Do you think it's 1, 2, or 3? The huntsman left Snow White in the forest. He hurried back to the castle. What I'd try and do is work out, if it was 2 sentences, what the first idea is. And I think the first idea looks like it's about the huntsman leaving Snow White in the forest. So I would put a full stop there if I was making them into 2 sentences. But because we're not doing that, we just want to have 1 sentence. I'm going to put the word "and" in here. I'm going to read that to see if it sounds right. The huntsman left Snow White in the forest and he hurried back to the castle. Sounds right to me. So we'll rub that out. I'll go for the second one.
Good. The huntsman left Snow White in the forest and he hurried back to the castle. Snow White was singing beautifully. The wicked queen could hear her.
Snow White was singing beautifully. The wicked queen could hear her. Let's try that a few different ways. Snow White was singing beautifully and the wicked queen could hear her. Sounds okay to me. Snow White was singing beautifully, the wicked and queen. That doesn't sound right, does it? Snow White was singing beautifully, the wicked queen and could hear her. It's pretty obvious, that one, isn't it? Snow White was singing beautifully, the first idea. That could be a sentence on its own, but no, we're changing that. We're putting in "and."
Great! Snow White was singing beautifully, and the wicked queen could hear her. Snow White gazed through the window. She saw an old lady standing outside holding an apple.
Okay, this can be our last one and then move on to your little task. So, Snow White gazed through the window. She saw an old lady standing outside holding an apple. So let's try "and" in each spot. We'll try it in the first one. Snow White and gazed through the window. Well, I already know without reading the rest that that does not sound right. Snow White gazed through the window and she saw an old lady. I know that sounds right. I'm not even going to bother checking the other one because I know that that sounds perfectly sensible. And so on. So I'm going to close this down now.
Done.
Okay. Now this is what your little task is. Nice and easy. But it is nice and easy. But that doesn't mean I want you to take 5 minutes to do it. I want you to take your time. I want to make sure that everyone's still making sure that they're doing their neatest handwriting even though we're all at home. I know you're working really hard, but we need to slow down a little bit and be careful, especially with letters like, let me just get this up here, descending letters that sit on the line. When they're not a capital, your P must have the tail beneath the line. Same with your G, Y, and there's a few others. Okay, so be careful with that, year 1. Now I'll just show you what you're doing. So, the top one's nice and easy. Use "and" to pair 2 similar words together. So you're looking for a word and something else similar. So I'm looking at these words and I'm thinking, I'm actually wearing one now. I have a shirt and a tie. So all I'm going to do is take my time in my neatest writing, shirt, finger space, and I. Usually IE at the end of a word. Okay, so shirt and tie. You see if you can find the other pairs. I'm sure you can. And we'll move on to the next part. So, the second question, there's a picture of Snow White. There's a picture of some other characters from the Snow White story in the forest. I'm sure you all know the Snow White story. Look at the picture for ideas and write at least 3 sentences that use "and" to join ideas or sentences. So, I'm going to think. Look in the picture, see what's going on. So I'm going to write something about Snow White. Okay, so Snow White, that's a person. So I'm going to make sure that I have capitals for their names. So Snow, but she also has the name White. So I'll do a capital W for White, nice and tall. Snow White. Okay, what can I say about Snow White? I might talk about what she's wearing actually in my first one, but remember, you need to use and, so I'm going to have to think of 2 different things that she's wearing. So I'm going to say Snow White is wearing she's wearing a dress. Would you say it's a dress? I would say it's a dress, but I'm in year 1, so I'm going to put a describing word in there. I'm going to say a long you know what? She's dusting. She looks like she's cleaning, so she might be a bit dirty. I'm going to say a long, comma, dusty. Look at my Y, I'm making sure it's sitting on the line. Dress. But I must use the joining word and my sentence. So, Snow White is wearing a long, dusty dress and... I could say Snow White is wearing a long dusty dress and describe what she's doing, and she is cleaning her path and she's sweeping the dust up. I'm gonna say something else she's wearing. What else is she wearing? Looks like she has a white ribbon in her hair. And where's my black pen gone? And white. Look, split digraph. White ribbon in her hair. But don't worry, you don't need to put the sound buttons in. I was just doing that to help me with my spelling, okay? So, let's think of another sentence then. We can write another sentence for this. So, we've spoken about Snow White. Who's that? We could write about who's in the bushes. We could write about the animals. I'm going to write about our little friend here. What is it? A squirrel? So, it's a new sentence. Because I'm starting a new sentence, I'm going to put a capital letter. So, the squirrel, another letter with the tail under the line. What is the squirrel doing? If you look closely, the squirrel is sitting on the... Is that a washing line? I think it is. Washing. Look, another split digraph like we've been looking at. Washing line, and I think playing with a peg. I'm going to do my joining word and. So the squirrel is sitting on the washing line and playing, making sure those letters are on that line, with a peg. Okay, let's check that last sentence. Okay, so I've got my capital letter, I'm happy with that. The squirrel is sitting on the washing line and playing with a peg. Now I've checked my sentence, and because I've checked it, I've spotted a mistake, a common mistake in year 1 in reception children, playing with a peg. If you think you know how to spell that common word, write it down now. I can hear you writing really fast. I can hear the smoke coming off your pen, Rosefae. With. Okay? Be careful. Okay? These are words we use all the time, so be careful. Okay? And I have another mistake here. It's having my screen's gone off. Get that to come back on. Sorry about that. Another word here. Look at this one. So I've got my P on the line. It's not a capital, that's right. Put egg. But look at that G. It's flying up in the sky. It needs to come back down to earth. I'm going to make sure that G is sat neatly on that line. And of course, a full stop at the end. So, interested to see your sentences, guys. try and use some describing words in your sentences, okay? Describe the characters, describe Snow White, describe the animals, describe the evil one, okay? Today's shout out is actually to Iris, because I've stolen your rubber from your tray, Iris. Apologies, okay? Good luck, year one.